Sometimes in the evening time, yes, I miss your smile. And I wonder what it would have been like if you came and stayed a while. Look into the waters of a clear mountain stream. Looking into your eyes, I thought I saw my dream. Honey, until you blow away my love to the other side, I'll be gliding like a seabird on the tide. We traveled far and wide, my friend, and I know it won't be long until you find the words to write your own sweet song. Look into the eyes of those you want to see, and reach out for every hand that calls you to be free. Until you find the answers, I will wait for you, my friend. I'll be gliding like a seabird on the wind. Look into the waters of a clear mountain stream. Looking into your eyes, I thought I saw my dream. Makani, until you blow away my love to the other side. Well, I'll be gliding like a seabird on the tide. I'll be gliding like a seabird on the tide.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm just going to divide us up like
All right,
bookmark.
that's good.
Bookends.
I'm here. God, look at it. It's already so beautiful. Thank you, Kiana.
So beautiful. All the flowers.
They're beautiful. They say never to perform with children and
Flowers.
and animals. I'm going to add flowers to it. Anyway, so welcome to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. I'm Rev Rita.
I'm Reverend Patrick.
And welcome to everyone online. We're so grateful you're here. I'm so grateful everybody's here for this special. This is like our 8th time of doing this, our 8th annual Memorial Day service. So we are grateful to have you all here with your beautiful flowers. You're just flowers yourself. Let's face it, all right? So we're going to start, as we always do. Oh, by the way, that was Jeremy and Amy, in case you didn't know. Jeremy and Amy Brown, who are the perfect people to be here today. So we're going to start with our peace candles.
Yeah,
so
before we start, I just want to say one thing about all emotions are welcome here, fully expressing whatever they are. This is the safe place to have them. So I know this is a special day, so you're at home. You're at home.
Thank you for that, Patrick.
And so this is our time that we just snuggle into our heart center and allow ourselves to feel that sense of peace that this world continues to need, require, and we're just the group of people coming together today to do that. So let us take this moment.
And so peace is.
So it is.
So, from the centered place, welcome again. Again, welcome to everyone online. And I just want to mention where you are, in case you didn't know. You are at a Center for Spiritual Living. And this one happens to be on the island of Kauai. They're all over the world. And we practice what's called the science of mind and spirit. And I like to say practice because it is a practice. It's not just thinking about it or theorizing about it. It is about using it. And it does take practice to remember that you are the power and presence of God walking on this earth. And that's what we do believe, that power, that presence, that energy, that source, whatever you want to call it, is right where you are all the time, no matter what you are going through. And when you come to your life with that, coming from God, coming from source, it is a powerful, powerful experience to live life that way. And we sometimes can fall off a little bit. Lots of times we fall off because we forget. And so we come here on Sunday to remember that and trusting that we'll take it back into our lives and remember it and know how powerful we are and how loving we are, because that source that we believe in is love. It's pure love. So that's all I wanted to say about that today. So welcome and thank you again for joining us. Yeah.
Are you saying that we come together every week to bring ourselves out of amnesia, perhaps?
Maybe, yeah, to remember.
That amnesia state, yes. Well, I'm glad to come out of it with all of you here today. Now, it's on my notes, but who needs notes? But I have a feeling there's some new people in the room, or even new people to this space. There's some new people, and I bet you wonder how I know that. Well, I'm psychic. And second of all, I recognize you by your shells. By your seashells. I mean, I'm not like pointing out there. I'm just looking. So if you're here for the first time and not afraid to say it, just go like this. Just a little, hey, welcome. Okay, so here's the deal. When you made your reservations, we started the investigative work on you. And so we have so much to share about. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's saying no. Oh, yes. And I think you might even like, isn't it exciting to know we did all that work between? So we know something about you, and we're going to let everybody know it. As I spit all over myself. Excuse me. Are you ready? So let's let them know what we know. You are magnificent.
Yay.
Whoa. Yeah. And I bet you're sitting there going, what a relief that that's all he's going to say about. But let me tell you something else. I'm going to let you know how we know this. We know this about you because when we did our own inner investigative work, we found out that we were magnificent as well. So that's how we recognized yours, and that's our God looking at God all the time. Now, you thought, okay, he's done. You're wrong. So what we have is we have this camera back there and sound, and it's just like very Hollywood Island thing. And there are some people looking in at us right now, and they tune in during the week, and sometimes they just zoom by and go, I wonder what's going on over there. And they're in there too, but guess what I know about them? What do we know about them if we know it about ourselves? Should we let them know?
You are magnificent.
Woo. Okay, this is the last part. Just look to your left, to your right. I don't care where you look anymore. Just let somebody know they're magnificent. You're magnificent. You're magnificent.
You're magnificent.
Yes. Thank you.
Change places with me because you're doing
You're magnificent. You're
magnificent. So
God. Song.
Yeah.
Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Padme Hum. All nature is a hum with the vibration of the one, with the power of the moon and sun. We rejoice in the light, we journey through the darkest night, breathing in deep, giving thanks for this life. I surrender and let go. I cannot control this life and how it flows. I just nurture how it grows. I am witness to a miracle. Waken to the beautiful presence of the spiritual. Be rooted in the physical. Like a tree I stand and I breathe, and my day will come to leave this body, this form, this face that you see. As a star I will shine through time to all that I meet, till the day when I fade back into the cosmic sea. And forever, 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 the sound will carry on, the sound of creation. Forever, 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 we will shine in the light, all together, all together.
And all together, I invite each and every one of us to, with eyes wide open or closed if you want to remember that something wonderful, wonderful is happening right now as we dive deeper into the sea of receptivity, of love. As we bathe in this garden of love and safety and power. All of those things are who and what we are. We have come here today to wake up, to come out of amnesia, to say, I remember who I am that I am. And I am a very, very excited and proud and filled with love to say it. So I know we've come here today for celebration. We've come here today to remember those that are still very much in our hearts today. We have come here again to remember that we have everything we could ever require or want to love fully, 100%. We are the healing agent of God, of good. There is no longer any separation. There is wholeness, there is completeness. I know that, I claim it, I am that for each and every one of us. So as we go on from moment to moment to moment to moment, I know that we become more and more awake to the only identity we ever need to have, and that is the identity of love. And with that, I just say thank you. Thank you for the remembrance. Thank you for the gathering. Thank you for this global community that continues to grow and grow and grow. Thank you for the music of life. As together we all affirm as one, and so it is.
All nature is a hum with the vibration of the one, with the power of the moon and sun. We rejoice in the light, we journey through the darkest night, breathing in deep, giving thanks for this life. I surrender and let go. I cannot control this life and how it flows. I just nurture how it grows. I am witness to a miracle, awaken to the beautiful presence of the spiritual. Be rooted in the physical. Like a tree I stand and I breathe, and my day will come to leave this body, this form, this face that you see. As a star I will shine through time to all that I meet, till the day when I fade back into the cosmic sea. And forever, 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 the sound will carry on, the sound of creation. Forever, 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 we will shine in the light, all together, all together. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om.
Beautiful.
Ah,
Thank you. All right, so this is where we're going to do our memorial service, remembering those that we love. I'm going to ask Reverend Dr. Peggy to come up and Reverend Diane, because they'll be assisting us and helping us maneuver through this in a beautiful way. So what we want you to do is, if you feel that you want to do this, to come forward with your flower or flowers, and we will require masks for this because we're out of our seats. Just know that we're going to be out of this soon. We're out of this soon. But since you're out of your seats, please put your masks on. And you'll see some X's in the middle. That's where you're supposed to line up, because we're trying to keep it a little organized. So just line up there. You'll come up here. Reverend Peggy, I believe, will have who's doing the mic? Oh, Reverend Diane will have the mic for you, and you'll just speak the name of the person or persons that you're honoring. And then Reverend Peggy will help you put the flowers in the vase, and also Charles is here to help. So once you do it, once you come over here, then just go out this way so we don't get a little traffic thing happening, and just go back to your seat. Does that make sense? And so let me see what else. I want to make sure I told you everything. Yeah, so you're going to say the name, and that's it. And then so I'm going to turn it over to...
I'll be like a traffic guard for anyone who
and so I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Peggy right now to do beautiful opening that she wants to do. Okay.
Good morning.
We should put ours on too.
We're going to do something a little different today. Now I can take off my mask. I have mask on, mask off. Thank you.
Yeah, you can take your mask down when you're speaking, so just don't worry about that.
We're going to do something a little bit different today, rather than just a seed thought. I'm inviting each of you to participate in this responsive. And the responsive is very simple. The three words are, we remember them. This is a reading that actually comes from the Jewish tradition. It's one that I love and I've used for many years. And Rita and Patrick were kind enough to let me do it this morning with all of you. And so let's take a moment to just go within. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the glowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we remember them. In the rustling of leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart, we remember them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. When we give thanks for our great nation and our freedom, we remember them. So long as they live, so long as we live, they too shall live. For they are now a part of us as we remember them. Thank you. And so now I think it's time for us to go into treatment.
The flowers.
The flowers.
No, that's at the end.
Yeah. And so...
But before you start, I want to just honor our servicemen and women who have served, who have passed in serving our country. So that is what Kiana designed this for. So we just want to honor them.
It's
so
beautiful.
Go ahead, Dr. Peggy.
And so today I'm going to be the one to start this. And the first, I'll just put them all in there.
Diane, could you hold the mic for her? So never mind, she's got it.
These are in memory of my son, Sergeant E5, Dennis Dracoulis, my parents, Jane and Bruce McCandless, in memory of my husband's parents, Ray and Ina Price, and of my dear friend, Julie Guerrero, who just made her transition last week.
Reverend Diane?
I think Sue has our flowers, but I would like
go.
I would like to remember my mother and father, Rita and Otto Decker, my ancestors before them, Kelly Stevenson, Karen and Jai, and all the other friends here that have gone before me. I remember them.
And go ahead, you can put them in. And
Well,
Jeremy
she
and
has
Amy,
something she's going to say too. So.
do you have something to say?
Yes, she has her side.
No, she doesn't.
This is in memory of our dear Auntie Betty Weikart that we recently lost last week.
Sorry.
I remember Jim and Janet Buckley, James and Anna Buckley, Les and Jean Wagoner, Peter Buckley, Jim Hart, and my beloved brother, Kelly Stevenson.
And I will go so that the rest can start. And so I'm remembering today, I'll put them all in here at once. My mother and father, Rocco and Claire, my Aunt Lucille, my Grandma Hertz, all my ancestors, Jai, and for Deanna, I put an extra flower in. She wanted to remember Jai also, and Nora James, and all my family and friends that have transitioned. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll jump in as well. This is for my mom, Katie, and my brother, Danny, and my two dads, and Terry Taylor, and my beautiful little Prince Krishna, and of course our Kelly Stevenson, all of my ancestors, and all of my brothers and sisters and friends from this island and off today.
Okay, I think we're good.
I remember my beloved mother and father and
Is the mic on?
beloved Addison and my 4 children who have passed and my dearest friend Karen and all of my loved ones from this life. I am grateful.
Today I am in remembrance of those who have come before that have brought me into this life, my ancestors, and especially my grandparents, Ruby and Nadine, and William and Clarence. Thank you.
Today I honor and remember my dad, Don, and my brothers, Warren and Matthew, and all of my ancestors that came before me.
Extra flowers, all right? So don't stay away.
Aloha. My smiling brother Kelly, my best friend Dan, and my firstborn, my son La'akea Skysmith.
I didn't get to say goodbye to my loved brother, Kelly, so I honor you.
We're here to honor Jerry's brother Paul, who we lost this year, and our dear friends Bill and Sharon, and our friend John's brother Dave, and our friend Juwan's daughter Ashley, and my stepmother Barbara, who we lost since we were last here.
I'm here to remember my mother and my father and all my ancestors too.
I'll be
here to honor my mother, Madeline, my grandmother, Marjorie, my grandfather, George, and my dear Tom. This is for my mother, for my second mother, Lily, and for my dogs.
For my mother, Margaret, and the people who have transitioned in the last year, Stanley, Mary, Vicky, Cynthia, and my uncle Porrick last week.
I'm here to honor my ancestors, my grandparents, Emily and Charles, and my eldest daughter who passed 8 years ago, Frank.
For all my friends, for Jai, woo, and Karen, and Johnny Bourne, and Terry Taylor, my cousins, all the families that have died, even this year, I give special honor. And these are for my mom, Joanna Marie Karen, my dad, Guy Karen, and my brother, Michael Karen.
Kelly Stevenson, Yumi Yatsutaki, my grandma, Gloria, Grandpa Ordway, my great-grandmother Nanny, my son's other grandma, Suzette, any of my pets, friends, and family that have gone, and all my ancestors and everyone. I honor you all. I love you.
I'd like to remember my dear mom and my brother, all my ancestors, my beloved pets, Jasper, and all of you. Thank you.
I'm remembering my best friends, Joshua and Linda. For sure, my beloved mom and dad are always with me. My beloved stop best friend, Wolf Dog, and all my other pets too. And I'm really honoring my grandmother and great-grandmother, Bessie and Matilda, who I'm just feeling so much right now, and bless all others that have passed along, human and animals too. Thank you.
I'm remembering my mother, my grandmother, my brother, my friend Jai, and my friend Jimmy Powers.
I want to remember my mentor from Bali, Jakarta Getty Rai, who has had such an impact on my life.
With this Charlie Brown flower of mine that's falling apart, I honor all those who have touched my life, whether they're here or not, and especially honor my sister Ellie, who passed from COVID last year.
I remember and honor my parents, Humberto and Conchita Blanco, and my very happy aunt, Cuca, and uncle, Pasito, and all of the others that helped me to get where I am today. I'm so grateful for them all.
So grateful for so many people, and of course ancestors, my parents, Rob's parents, my brother Ed, my brother-in-laws Jim and Gordon and Joe, and so many, all of the beloved animals who have slept with me and loved on me as I loved on them.
I'm here to honor my ancestors, my mother and father, Betty and Bob, and my three brothers-in-law, Gordon, Jim, and Joe.
Yep. This is for Ed Cohen, Barbara Cohen, Michael Cohen, and John McIntyre. And thank you for this beautiful opportunity to honor them.
Yes, I'm here in remembrance of my parents and my sister who passed on many, many years ago, and my wife Suzanne's father and mother. Thank you.
Denise West.
With this bouquet of Stepanosis, I want to honor every one of my relations, our relations, that have gone and passed and left us to be who that we can be as people. Uh-huh.
And I'd like to just take a moment to remember the millions that have perished as a result of the pandemic. You have one more.
I'm here to remember Jason Grood, my Sufi brother who lived on the Big Island and just recently died, as well as my parents, Edith and Ernest Rita, and my husband, Kit Sims Taylor. Thank you.
My Grandpa Campbell and Uncle Danny.
And so join with me as we move into this time of spiritual mind treatment. And we remember. Breathing in and breathing out, I am aware of that infinite presence and power, source of all life, that which has created everything out of itself. The wholeness, the peace, the beauty, the wisdom, the joy, the abundant good, and the infinite eternal experience of life itself as it moves through each and every being. That infinite presence is within me, alive and expressing itself in this moment right now, just as it is in each and every being everywhere now. And I know that this presence is infinite, is eternal, and that this life in which we are experiencing right now in this physical form has always been and will always be. For we came from Source, we are within Source, and we continue in Source. forever and ever. And as I know that that is the truth for me and for all of us, I know it is also the truth for all those who have gone before us. That energy of life, that source, that wisdom, that intelligence, that beauty, that joy, and all of the memories that we hold in our hearts are still alive in this moment right now. In the words of Emma Curtis Hopkins, there is no death. There is only eternal life, that force and that power. And so we claim that and accept it today, and we feel peace and comfort in knowing that in some way, in somehow that we don't yet know, we will see one another again. And I know that right now, right where that presence is, right where that power is, there is also abundant good. That source of life is also the source of our abundance every single day. In every moment of every day, we are provided all that we need to spare and to share. And that pattern of perfection that moves in and through and as us reveals itself in each one of us as that full expression of life and wellness. And within that wellspring is also this creative divine mind, which is the mind of God, individualized as each and every being. And that creative spark is what moves us forward, gives us joy, allows us to express in the world. And most of all, there is this peace and love and presence in which we are in divine relationship. And that relationship is love, and that relationship is with us, all around us, in our friends and our family, our acquaintances. And that same love is the love that continues on after we are in this form. And so I am grateful for all of these truths today. I'm grateful for these beautiful flowers. I'm grateful for this Memorial Day where we also remember all those who have served this nation with love, and with many of them with their lives. We are so grateful for them as well. And echoing the words of Reverend Diane, let us not forget those millions all over the planet who have passed because of COVID. And we know that somehow there is a divine plan, a divine design, and we are all part of that. And so we give thanks for life itself today as we bless these words and release them into the infinite mind, love, and law of God, and say together, and so it is.
There is no time.
There is no time.
And there is no day.
There is no day
That we won't be here, right by your side, to help you on your way. And there is a way.
There is a way.
A way to let go.
A way to let go.
A way to be here, to face any fear, so your heart will unfold. So your heart surely knows will lead you through the maze. And every crystalline star will praise who you are, shining with you always. And I know you'll find,
I know you'll find
your reason and right.
Reason and right.
Deep down inside, where waters still flow, you're a beautiful soul. And I know you'll find,
I know you'll find
your reason and right.
your reason and right.
Deep down inside, where waters still flow, you're a powerful soul. 'Cause your heart surely knows will lead you through the maze, and every crystalline star will praise who you are, shining with you always. 'Cause your heart surely knows will lead you through the maze, and every crystalline star will praise who you are. 'Cause your heart surely knows will lead you through the maze, and every crystalline star will praise who you are, shining with you always.
Thank you so much. It was so beautiful. Thank you, everyone, for your hearts and for your giving and for being vulnerable, and just thank you for sharing your loved ones with all of us. Yeah. Oh, so let's just take a deep breath together. I definitely need one. Yeah. That's the breath of life. And what I know is it never ends. It might end in this body, but it goes with us wherever we go. And I trust that. So I'm not really here to talk about death today. And I have this thing that Ernest Holmes wrote that really, for me, just goes along with the trust that I feel. That he says, judging the future by the past, we can believe that when we enter the larger life, there will be loving hands to greet us and loving friends to care for us until we become accustomed to our new surroundings. Nature provides for herself there as well as here. And I truly believe that I know for myself that I've always been taken care of in my life, even when I thought that I wasn't being taken care of, because I didn't know any better to understand that I was always being taken care of. But when I look back, I go, oh my God, you were so taken care of. And so why would that end when we die? It would not. When we leave this body, why would it end? It would just continue to go on, because God's source is love. And love cares. That's what it does. It's a caring source. So I know that as truth. I remember when my mother was in her last month or so of being here, she was so worried that she wasn't going to have enough money to survive if she lived longer and all of that. I know a lot of elderly people might feel that way sometimes. And I would say to her mom, because she was Catholic and she believed obviously in Heavenly Father, and I said, you know, God has taken care of you your whole life. He's not going to drop you now, and never, ever, ever. And so I truly believe that, and I truly, truly know that that's the truth. And so we titled today is Until We Meet Again and Aloha Way. And we always say, like, you know, life goes on. Like sometimes when we lose somebody, we just have to go on with our life, right? And we have to do the things we have to do. And sometimes we don't want to go on, and we want to just wait and stay in that waiting period, and that's okay too. But life does go on. And what I know is life goes on for those who have left us too. Life goes on. It just goes on. And in our teaching, we believe it's like ever expanding, so that in each each stage of our evolution, we're always expanding, we're always growing. So if we don't finish something in this life or think that we didn't finish it, it doesn't really matter because we just keep going. And there's something that Dr. Holmes says too, that let's see if I wrote it. Well, I'll paraphrase it. It's that life will only leave us here long enough till we've lived what we're supposed to live. But there comes a time when we have to grow into another experience, because if we were left here, we might become too stagnant or too stuck in our ways. And sometimes I think we can, if we look at people that have passed in our own life, we can see that some might have been ready to go and they were gone, and that was it, and then we understood that. Or maybe there was somebody that we feel wasn't finished or something. And like I said, sometimes that finishing has to happen on the other side. And I know that's true for many people in my life that I've lost, and I've lost a lot. So, but I want to talk about something else, because we watched a film the other night that was so perfect to watch, and it was for this time of remembering, and it was called Soul. I don't know how many of us were here for it, but many of us have seen it. It's an animated Pixar film, although when you're done watching it, you don't really feel that it was even animated, because the characters become so real to you. So if you haven't had the chance to watch it, please do. It's very deep, and I can see it came out in 2020, which makes so much sense, because it's all about the afterlife, and it's all about going within, and that was the time that we were doing that. So even though probably they didn't know when they were making the film that we were going to be experiencing a pandemic, that's what the mind of God does, the one mind. It knows when everything's supposed to show up, and is planning everything, and everything's in the present moment, everything, right? So that showed up. But one of the things I got out of the film was this idea of the zone. Yeah, and this zone, which is a place where we feel totally complete. We feel like, sometimes it could be in the case of this man, he was a musician, and when he was playing, he was in the zone. For some of us, it could be when we're out running, and we get in that place, and we just know we're in the zone, and we feel it, and then we hunger for it the next time. Or for me, at one time, it was acting. When I was acting in some part that just totally consumed me, I was in the zone, and I forgot everything else. Or when I'm writing, that's the zone. But what they said in the film, which is like so great, is that the zone is enjoyable, but when the joy becomes an obsession, one becomes disconnected from life. Now understand this, because in this film, the person was, and I don't know if you can identify with it, but I can, that in this film, he was spending his life for that moment when he would have that moment when he could be what he thought he was supposed to be in this life. And in that moment, he would be in the zone, and he wasn't noticing life. So when she says it's going to become an obsession, what she's saying is, if we're so hungering for something we're supposed to think we're supposed to be doing to fulfill ourselves, we miss the zone that is living. If that makes sense. We miss the zone that is living. And that's where I'm with right now in my development, because there's a lot we want to do at this center, and we want to grow it, and I have to keep reminding myself not to miss the moments. Not to miss the moments that are the zone, the time when you just take a deep breath and you look at a flower, or you look at the ocean, or you feel a conversation that you're having with somebody, or you're with your grandchild or your child or your lover or whoever, and you're in the zone. And sometimes because of the obsession we have with trying to be more, we think we're supposed to be more, and we're following it so much that we lose those moments. So I know for the people that have gone before us, I think the way of honoring them is to live in that place, to live life fully. We honor them by living this life fully, as they're living wherever they are now fully, and realizing that the zone is right here. It's right here. We don't need to go searching for it. We don't need to do that fantastic thing that we're going to do. I mean, it's great to do fantastic things, and we all do them, but it's not who we are. We're so much more than that. We're so much more. And the experience of life and breathing through life and allowing life is what this time of being here on this earth is. I believe that. And I'm just going to close because we decided we'd make our talks a little shorter today. But I want to close with this quote by Ernest Holmes. It kind of capsulizes this idea of living life. Well, first of all, there was a mystic named Thomas Troward who said that our only purpose was to be happy. So if we follow our happiness, not our struggles, our happiness, that's our purpose in life, to be happy. And that's so simple, right? And then, Master Jesus said, man is that he might have joy. So it's the same message. We're here to be joyful. And Ernest Holmes wrote, we do not exist for the purpose of making an impression upon our environment. We do exist to extend upon our environment. Not at all, he says. It's not necessary that we leave an impression. He's saying it over and over. It is not necessary if we should pass on tonight that anyone should even remember that we have lived. Now that's pretty, you could take that one in. All that means anything is that while we live, and he wrote it in capital, that we live. And wherever we go from here, we shall keep on living. And for me, I don't know about you, but that takes a lot of pressure off me. To know that all I have to do is live and enjoy every moment that I'm living. Every moment. So we miss those that are not here. We miss them so much. And yet I know they're right here, and I can know that, and I trust that. And I love all of you, and I know that we're here on purpose, all of us, in this divine right moment right now. And we're not supposed to be anything else, anywhere else. We're not supposed to be doing anything else. We're supposed to be right here, just enjoying this moment. So I love you, and thank you, thank you, thank you. Namaste. Jeremy and Amy, thank you.
We're going to share a hula with you, and this is particularly special for me. It's called O'O'io, so it's speaking of Great Spirit that lives and moves through all of us. It's in the waters. It's in the tallest mountain peaks. And this song was one that our dear Auntie Betty, who just passed, her sisters passing, her husbands and her sons. So I danced it the other day, and I felt her angel wings enveloping me, like she's right behind me dancing with me. So this is for all of you and all of our loved ones that have passed but are with us and move with us in all things.
O'O'io e makualani O'O'io Kauai ola O'O'io e kumu ola ka mea hana i O'O'io O'O'io e makualani O'O'io Kauai ola O'O'io e kumu ola ka mea hana i nā mea apau e kuhaku ka mauna kalani O'O'io Kauai ola O'O'io e
Oh, how beautiful is this? Yeah. Like I said, all emotions invited. Everyone's emotions are invited. I do know one thing, that if I were ever to stop and smell the flowers and roses, well, this might be the day. Wow. I don't do that quite often enough. Let me just make my way through the garden here. Oh, until we meet again, what I say is, why wait? That's the message that I have today for myself, because it always starts with self. This is just incredible. I mean, why wait? That's the big thing, isn't it? It's that idea that each one of us has a different relationship with what we call death. In our philosophy, way of life, we call it transition. And I thought I would like to explain to you why we call it transition, because this is the definition of transition: is the process or a period of changing from one state or condition to another. And like I said, we all have our own relationship with this thing called passing, death, but I do know one thing, that a transition must take place. Because I was telling Reverend Rita this morning, I said, I'm constantly dying and being rebirthed on a daily basis. When I go to sleep at night, no one gave me a card that said, see you in the morning. Oh, yeah. What'd you think? I wasn't going to put a little humor in this stuff today. Let me let you know, for me, that I am constantly dying and transitioning into something more, something bigger. We were talking about, what would be my big thing. My big thing in life is I never want to, on my way tiptoeing to my next transition, I never want to have regrets that I didn't live fully. And that means something different. I've already done it. Really great things. And so has each and every one of us. And so I'm saying here, with this invitation of emotions, that this philosophy isn't about stuff them down and let's get on with happy times. Even though I have a feeling with as many people that have left recently, that there just might be a shindig going on somewhere that we haven't been invited to yet. Because they're going like a party's going on. That's all I got to tell you. We're sitting there, we're going, how can, every age, 18, 20, 90s, 80s, 40s, 39. I mean, all ages are going. And I'm saying to myself, we're not taught how to deal with it. We're not taught. I never discussed death until my mom was gone. Don't talk about it, don't talk about it. Well, okay. But now I kind of get it, because we're going to talk about celebration. I found this great quote by this man. Oh, I love research and things. Theodore Geisel. Do you know who he is? I never knew Dr. Seuss was Theodore Geisel. I thought he was Dr. Seuss. Oh my, I told you, always being reborn. He's Dr. Seuss, that was his middle name. And he says, don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. And when we cry and when we weep and when we allow that, that's life, baby. You don't mind if I call you baby, do you? My God, what a wondrous thing to cry. Because crying equals feeling. Laughing equals feeling. Sadness equals feeling. The only reason that we can feel what we feel about the people we're honoring, the people we will honor, is because we dared to love. We dared. I've said this with my little fur baby who left recently. I was like 3 years old. You have no right. My dogs last till they're 15, and I don't know about your cats, but I'm going to tell you something. And I realized with everyone in my life, I dared to love them. And that's the memorial. That's the beauty of it. That I dared so much to love, so much to risk, so much to open up, that when that time of pain came, that I could handle it because I knew love had me. Love backed me, and it will back me again. Found this other great quote by Dr. Seuss. Who knew he was Theodore? I feel like I was left out of some message. I thought he was Dr. Seuss. Anyway. He said, life's too short, Patrick. Oh, actually, he does not say Patrick. Life's too short to wake up with regrets. So love the people who treat you right. Ooh. And forgive the ones who don't. And believe that everything happens for a reason. If you get a chance, take it. If it changes your life, let it. These wonderful, beautiful people in our lives and people that we will get to know and will leave. And I hate to break this to you no matter how old we are, but we're all on the list. That was a mood kill, wasn't it? We're all on that list. And what happens too when we are wrapping ourselves around our pain and joy, there's that little voice, at least my little voice. You better live, my friend, to the fullest. You better love a little bit more today, because we don't know. It's a great celebration, this thing called life. Yeah. I think what it really tells me is how beautiful it is to feel, how beautiful it is to love, to make love with life. Oh. I think what's coming to my mind while I'm laughing, my internal laugh, I might as well share it with you since I'm standing in front of you. I'm thinking to myself, the one thing I really want to get before I leave is how petty I can be at times. And that's not putting myself down, how those little things that seem so important. Gabrielle, the traffic. Those things that seem very important to it. Oh. Anyone ever see the movie Ghost? Yeah. Love that little film. Remember at the end, I better quote him correctly when he says, they have that moment and he's leaving and he's going into the light. And it's not sad at all. And he says, Molly, the love inside you, you take it with you. The love inside you. That's what keeps us company when we can't accompany them to their next place of transition. But I went a little deeper, a little addition to that, where it says, you take it with you. What I know, and I add to this, is that they take it with them and they leave it with us. They leave it with us. I said the other day, I felt this feeling over like, Rita, I'll do something. I'll go, oh my God, that was my mother. Mom. Right? Well, the other day I was grieving for a moment where our little cat used to jump around and do his thing and just give me so much attention and make me feel like I was a king. And I went, where are you, little sweet Krishna? And I could feel him popping out of my heart and going, what are you looking out there for? I don't live there anymore. I live right here. Right here. And there's room in your heart for all of them, no matter who they are. So let's cry, let's laugh, let's celebrate, let's party, because what happens when we find out that there was this big shindig going on over there and we didn't know anything about it? And then I just got a message, a little download. Don't wait for our shindig. Start your own shindig right here. So that's what we're doing here on Sundays, my friends. Celebrating life. Namaste. Ooh. Wow.
Great.
It's just so funny to
like,
be maneuvering around.
It's so nice, though. It's so beautiful. Oh. Okay.
Where are we?
We're here. We're ready to share our abundance. Thank you so much for what you share with Center for Spiritual Living Kauai that allows us to do beautiful things like this and move this beautiful message forward into the world, into the ethers, and to just let our vibration just move forward. So thank you for what you give us in the world of form that allows it to flourish. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we have a song, I believe. Yes.
Abundance, living life in the abundance. So much good love in abundance. Sweet sensations of a new day rising. Abundance, I feel myself in this abundance. Giving thanks for this abundance. Calling in the blessings of a new day rising. Abundance, living life in the abundance. So much good love in abundance. Sweet sensations of a new day rising. Abundance, I feel myself in this abundance. Giving thanks for this abundance. Calling in the blessings of a new day rising. Abundance, living life in this abundance. So much good love in abundance. Sweet sensations of a new day rising. Abundance, I feel myself in this abundance. Giving thanks for this abundance. Sweet sensations of a new day rising.
Oh, deep breath.
Yes.
What a day rich with abundance. We live in an abundant universe. And as we live in an abundant universe, this is an abundant community. And so we give thanks for all God's good and for these rich, beautiful blessings given from love to continue the work of this CSL Kaua'i. In gratitude and in love, we know that these gifts go forward to do great good, not only here, but all around the world. And so with love and gratitude, we give thanks and join together in saying,
and so it is. Thank you, Dr. Peggy. Okay. I love your dress. That is so pretty. Okay. All right. So, so as you know, we do not have a youth center right now. We have it in our heart and our minds. And that we are knowing that by the fall, we will have a space somewhere around here. And so we're opening up to that. So keep us in your prayers and treatments and knowing that that is occurring right here and right now. And so, but we still like to bless our children because we just still like to do that. So let's do it.
Let's bless our inner child.
Yeah, and bless ourselves and whoever's out watching online. Let's let them know. You are amazing. You are perfect. You are magnificent. And we love you. Yes.
Yes.
So we only have a couple of announcements. And we're going to invite Reverend Diane up to talk about Pride because it's next weekend, right? And I put the directions out front so they have them.
Next
okay?
Saturday.
I'm excited. Anybody else?
Yes.
Yes. Kauai Pride Festival will be next Saturday morning. And those of you who are helping with setting up, we'd like you to meet us at Vedina Stadium parking lot. You'll see us. 8 o'clock would be a good time to be there. We want to start setting up by 8:15. And we are spot number 9, which is right near the back of Ace Hardware. So those of you who can't help us set up but would like to be in the booth to help us celebrate Pride, we are booth number 9, okay? So you'll need to park either at the Kauai War Memorial on Hardy Street or at Vedina Stadium. We don't want to park in Ace Hardware because that's their parking lot, but we'll be taking up all of Rice Street between Ace Hardware and the county building with the Pride Festival. So I did want to let you know if anyone would like a t-shirt from this year's Pride, they're going to be on sale at the Vedina Stadium between 7:30 and 8. So you'll want to get there even a little bit earlier. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
We have such a fabulous booth planned, and we do still need some hands to help set up the canopy and then decorate it real fast. And that's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you'll come early to help us with that. But I hope you'll also drive through, decorate yourself or your car or whatever there are directions back on the information table. Please join us and celebrate the beautiful diversity of our island with the Island Pride event. Mahalo.
Yes.
Great, thank you,
Perfect.
Diane.
Thank you, Reverend Diane, for
get in your cars,
for spearheading that. And yes, the directions are on the welcome table. It tells you exactly what to do if it sounds confusing. We're actually the parade, and the booths are us watching. Now they did it. It's the opposite. Anyway, the directions there. It's really simple. So just pick them up as you're going out.
Instead of walking, they're driving.
Yeah, and then right. On Tuesday, I'll be starting my next 21-day meditation online, Facebook Live. Bless your day. I hope you'll join me. It's recorded, so if you want to watch it after, you can. And it's because it's at 6 a.m. But quite a few of you get up to join me, and it's only 15 minutes long, and it's just a little boost to your day. And in this one, we're focusing on blessing our day before it starts. So join me on Tuesday at 6 a.m. or watch it later. And Patrick, you want to talk about next Sunday?
The very last thing is next Sunday, we always have an annual meeting, but this time we're having a what is it called? In the middle.
Mid-year.
Mid-year. It's more of an update than a business type meeting. And I'm hoping and knowing that everyone can stay. It'll be very brief. I say that always. But it'll be very brief. But what it's really about is we have 2.5 years left of this place, and we don't really want to sign up for another year's. It's time that we go to what we planned when we got here, and that's some outdoor, and the kids can work in the gardens, and I'll watch them, and then they can do all that outdoor stuff. But it's time, and that'll be our 10th year. So it's right in the middle here, and come and find out what we have planned, where we're at now, coming out of the pandemic, how the pandemic has left us financially, but I do know one thing, that we're a thriving community, and love is leading our way. But just stay for a little bit, and online I know there's a lot of members because we can be members of other centers and still be a part of this. We have visiting members today, and just please join in. I know it's a little different because you're not in this room with us, but you are in this room with us. We love you and we appreciate you every Sunday coming here and supporting us with your love and with financial support as well. So next Sunday, right afterwards, we'll take like a 5, right, Rob? And then you'll stop and then start it again. Yeah, so it'll be about 5 minutes or so, and that's it. So we're moving on up, everyone. I'm so glad to have you here. So many beautiful, wonderful new faces, and welcome. Welcome.
All right.
Welcome.
Okay, so I think we're ready to close our beautiful service. Let's do it.
All right, the last reigning monarch of Hawaii, the Queen Lili'uokalani, wrote this song, and it's called Aloha Oi. Kaua'i na pali. Ke ni a ela I kana hele. E hai ana pahai kaliko puahi lehua oka aloha ke ona noho I kalipo a fond embrace a ho'i a e au until we meet again. Raise your voices. Aloha, oe. Aloha, oe. E ke ona noho I kalipo a fond embrace a ho'i a e au until we meet again. Until we meet again.
So I take this moment to give gratitude for this amazing time that we have had together. Go within and just give thanks. Give thanks for those that we remembered today and that continue to remember, and for all the blessings in our lives, and for this great thing called life that moves through us and always moves through us. I give thanks, and I give thanks to all the people that made today possible. Desiree and Yana and Roseanne and Ron and Peggy, Jerry and Rob Jones and Jonathan and Charles Woolfork and Reverend Dr. Peggy and Sue Wood and Jeremy and Amy Brown. Thank you. I am so grateful for the service. I'm so grateful for each and every person in this room and their gift called their life that they live. And so I know we go from here in peace, we go from here in gratitude, we go from here spreading this joy, this love everywhere we go, as I just affirm. And so it is.
Aloha, oe. Aloha, oe. E ke ona noho I kalipo. One fond embrace a ho'i a e au until we meet again. Until we meet again.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Kiana, especially. And I think that we can just enjoy these flowers, like take some with you, because I don't know what else we'll do with all of them.